All right, before we go into the discussion proper, this is the Minister of Power, Bayo Adelabu, in the House of the National Assembly. He was having a question and answer section with the Senate Committee on Power. And while they were having this conversation, there was power interruption. For those outside the country, there was power interruption. But for people in Nigeria, my people, NEPA take light on the floor of the National Assembly. NEPA take light. When the Minister of Power was discussing about power, NEPA take light. What a shame, what a disgrace in a country that have gotten independence for decade of years. Here we cannot boast of power supply. All right, let's go into the conversation in proper. The Minister of Power, Adebayo Adelabu, on Monday warned that there will be total blackout in the country in the next 3 months if the proposed electricity tariff hike is not implemented. The minister disclosed this yesterday in Abuja when he appeared before the Senate Committee on Power at an investigative hearing over the recent electricity tariff hike by the Nigerian Electricity Regulatory Commission. Adelabu said the entire sector will be grounded if we don't increase the tariff. With what we have now, in the next 3 months, the entire country will be in darkness if we don't increase tariff. The increment will catapult us to the next level. We are also Nigerians. We are also feeling the impact. He said a sum of $10 billion is needed yearly for the next 10 years to revive the nation's power sector and nip in the bud a challenge badly need. For the sector to be revived, the government needs to spend nothing less than $10 billion annually in the next 10 years. This is because of the infrastructural requirement for the stability of the sector, but the government cannot afford that, and so we must make this sector attractive to investors, to lenders. But the Senate Committee on Power, led by Senator Eyinaya Abaribe, expressed concerns over the suffering of Nigerians and asked the minister and other key players in the sector to explore other options. Good morning, Nigerians. Good morning, Nigerians. Yeah, I have to specially greet you all good morning to know if you've all woken up. Have you all woken up? And to those who wanted to teach some other persons lessons, how is the lessons going? Are you teaching them the lesson, or you are the one that is learning the lessons? And if you have not yet started learning the lessons, don't worry, you will learn it in a harder way. Now let us look at what the minister is saying. The minister is simply threatening Nigerians that if you don't pay this exorbitant hike in electricity, you will be in a total shutdown. There will be total shutdown. Now, you have to ask a very important question. The ones that Nigerians have been paid, what has it done? Because there's no light. You can attest to the fact that Nigeria does not have light. Now, the issue is not about the increment. President Tinubu increased petrol subsidy. Do we have petrol? Do we have petrol? I need someone to answer me. Do we have petrol? Currently, there's fuel scarcity and people are paying exorbitant prices to get fuel. So it is not about the increment. What we have is the lack of political ideology. Nigeria does not have ideology. They don't have visions. The leaders we have don't have visions. They just come in and implement a policy and expect it to perform miracles. That is what we are. What we have in our as government today is we have experimental government. They don't have any policies, no roadmap. There's no vision as to where they want to go. What they do is try and error. Of course, there's no roadmap for Tinubu administration. He did not show you any roadmap during his campaign period. Because if there is a roadmap for them, the moment he was inaugurated and the moment the power minister was inaugurated, there would have been, he said, okay, this is what we plan to achieve. We plan to generate this amount of this megawatt of electricity, and this is how we tend to do it. But after 1 year, it's going to 1 year of this administration, they've not improved on the electricity they make. They've rather reduced the power consumption in this country because there is absolutely no light. And then the minister is coming to threaten Nigerians that if you don't pay this exorbitant fee, there will be total darkness. He is telling that to average Nigerians because there will be no darkness in his house. There will be no darkness in his house. He's going to fund it. He has fuel. He might have solar power. But you Nigerians that went to vote for them, you will not have light. Lack of priority. This brings us to the question again. Light is very important. Power is very important to the economy, and it's going to boost the Nigerian economy. Everyone is going to benefit. As I'm making this video currently, there is no light, and my phone will soon go down. So that means I have to depend on my generator to power on my phone. If there is light, it's going to improve my productivity. I'm speaking for myself, and I'm sure this goes out to millions of Nigerians out there. Now, this is a priority for every nation. Stable power supply. Coastal highway is not the priority for Nigeria. It might be a priority for a nation that has stable power supply, but not a priority for Nigeria. But yet, the president didn't feel that we are going to spend 15 trillion on the coastal highway. The minister is saying they need $10 billion annually. Invest that 15 trillion into power sector, and in 1 year you are going to get more than that, because it's going to improve the GDP of the country. Yes, it's going to improve the GDP of the country, and in doing so, it's going to boost the economy. The government will get back that return. That is the fact. But they want to go into a white elephant job that will take like 30 years. Maybe before that, Tinubu is out of office. Nigerians might have forgotten, and the money budgeted for that project has gone into private pockets. It will become a moribund project. But Nigerians are not thinking. They're not asking questions. They are not holding their government accountable. That is why you're seeing a minister of the federation who is a lawyer, who does not even know what it means to control the power sector, threatening Nigeria that there's going to be total blackout. But Nnaji did not threaten Abia State that there's going to be a total blackout. He's been battling with it for long, and he went and fixed the power. Today, Abia State is enjoying 24/7 power supply. But yet, you say you want to solve the issue of power supply. You are giving a lawyer the power sector to handle. What happened to Bat Nnaji? Somebody that has an idea to generate 24/7 power supply for a state. What do you think will happen if you give him the country to handle? Of course, he was with Goodluck Jonathan, and he revolutionized this power sector during Goodluck Jonathan. If Nigeria was on the point of having steady power supply, you think that Nigeria being ranked the third world best performing economy was just by mouth? It was because of what the people were on ground. But Nigerians, because of their ignorance and lack of political awareness, decided to protest against Goodluck Jonathan, and they stopped that progress. They put a plug on the wheel of the progress in 2015, and they brought in someone like Muhammadu Buhari, a colossal failure that took this country 20 years backwards. 20 years backwards. And you have the brilliant mind like Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala. Look at where she is now, World Trade Center. Brilliant mind. You have brilliant mind like Akiwumi Adesina that is handling the African Development Bank. These are the people that were with Goodluck Jonathan working to improve the economy of the country. That the country was ranked the third best world economy, fastest growing economy, alongside China and Dubai. But you all brought in President Muhammadu Buhari, and they put a plug on the progress, on the wheel of progress of this nation. Even if you feel like, okay, President Muhammadu, at least surround yourself with intelligent people. Look at the ministers that were working with Buhari. What did they do to improve? Absolutely nothing. Look at the ones that are working with Tinubu. Everyone, most of them have all been fingered with corruption. You want to fix the power sector? Why not go and bring in key players in the power industry? Someone like Bat Nnaji is there, showing what he's doing in Abia State. And you think if you give him the power sector, he will not do that in Nigeria? It shows that these people, they are not willing to solve the problem of this country. They know that any attempt to solve the power sector will improve the productivity of this country, and many people will have jobs. People who have jobs will not have time to go and be shouting, I can be on your mandate will stand on the campaign. They don't have that time. They don't have that time to go and be shouting Emi Loko. They don't have that time to go and carry ballot boxes. So that is why they intentionally want to sabotage the economy so that they will keep you perpetually poor. When you are poor, you will depend on them for handouts. When you are poor, you will depend on them on your feeding. Look at how people are going to collect palliative. The other time it was 50,000 naira that is being sent to people's account, and they were celebrating it on the internet. What a stupid mindset, what a stupid way of reasoning. Celebrating 50,000 naira. What has 50,000 naira done to them? Will this not be a business? How long will you keep receiving 50,000 naira from the government? Rather than holding the government accountable to improve the key infrastructure like power, so that it can help your life, you are there shouting, Akambi, Emi Loko, collecting 50,000 naira from the government. How has it helped your life, Nigerians? Who do not this thing? Sometimes I just imagine and ask myself critical questions. Why do we reason the way we reason in this country? Why? Why are people so induced with their suffering? Why are people celebrating their oppressors in this country? Why? Anyway, I hope you have the money to pay for the power, the electricity hike, because if you don't, you no go see light. You will not go see light. And you want to go and buy fuel? Don't worry, fuel will soon hit 1,000 naira. Continue standing on your mandate. We are learning the lesson. We are all together learning the lesson, but I'm sure you're learning the lesson most. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you in the next video.